It's an absolute honor to stand before you today and share a little bit about what's going on in Baton Rouge, what we've accomplished, what's teed up. And there are some pamphlets on some of your tables with some of the numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. I don't like to talk about it a lot, but there's some stuff right there that might be worth looking at. Today is January 7th, 2026. So much has happened since I was elected mayor president on December 7th of 2024. What a difference a year makes. This has been a year of living and learning, of decisions and reactions, of happiness and sadness, of many successes and even a few disappointments. I'm not sure what I expected when I took office as your mayor president just a little over 365 days ago. When I ran for office, I was honest with the voters. I told them I was apolitical, still kind of am. That I had grown tired of, the constant infighting, and that if they elected me, I would work to bring people together. It's been quite a challenge. I also told them I didn't know everything there was to know about running a city, especially one with a daunting $1 billion budget. That reality became really clear before I actually got in office in December of 24, because I wanted to meet with the finance department. And what they laid out for me, I almost ran right out the building. I said, man, we got some situations here. And to be able to tackle the challenges we would soon face. Navigating these budget issues over the past year has not been easy, but we made it through. When I took office, I came in as a coach, but as I stand before you today, I stand before you as the mayor president. I had a year to get my feet under me, and now I'm ready to run. But before I talk about where we're going, I want to give you a progress report on where we stand after this first year. Last year, I stood before you and said I would work every day to fix crime, blight, and homelessness. And I'm proud to report we have moved the needle in a major way. We're not where we want to be or where we need to be, but that needle is moving. One of my first actions as mayor president was to hire a director of public safety, someone who could coordinate with all law enforcement agencies, break down silos, and get results. For that role, I hired former BRPD Chief Jeff LaDuff, who I'm gratefully indebted to for the work he has tirelessly done. We also invested in technology. We expanded our drone program and identified funding to keep our spot shotter system operating. Then we created the Office of Violence Prevention. Ms. Angela Burgess, who we brought in, is a rock star in that area that's helping us move the needle in all those directions. It's to bring all community violence intervention programs under one roof, guided by data and proven strategies. So what was the result? In 2025, we recorded the lowest number of homicides since 2019 and the second lowest since 2016. This was intentional work. Overall homicides were down 13%, and crime as a whole was down 15%. Now, 80 people being murdered in our parish is not good, but it's just better. But I think of the 24 more or however many more that were murdered last year, I think in those realms, like those people who could have been a victim are at home with their families for the holidays. Every single measurement of crime declined this year. Every single one. On blight, we identified federal dollars through our Office of Community Development, and because of that, our team successfully tore down 204 blighted properties. That is 4 times the number from the previous year, and the most ever in the history of East Baton Rouge Parish. Homelessness was another major factor. I think this is where we may have moved the needle the most. We built partnerships with people who had the knowledge, resources, and experience to help us address this challenge. This year, we successfully moved 97 people off the streets through a combination of residential drug treatment and our Way Home program, which reunites individuals with their families and connects them to support services. That's 97 of God's children that got took off of the street. I am so proud of our team for what they've done there. We're also putting, on a side note, the panhandlers, you don't see them as much. They're still out there, but we're trying to clean that up also. And on the financial front, after facing a significant deficit, Our team made some very tough decisions, but they were necessary. We aligned our expectations with our resources. We largely weathered the impact of St. George. Our budget is balanced. And because of this, and this is something I'm very proud of with our finance team, because of these hard decisions, Moody's, we're the only major city in the state of Louisiana that reaffirmed our bond rating. Because of all this, I can stand before you today and say the state of our city and parish is strong. A year ago in my inauguration speech, I spoke about the need for a change in direction for our capital city. I asked you to join me in a bold and audacious goal to restore Baton Rouge, to rebuild our city-parish, and to revive the spirit, the pride, hope, trust, and unity of our home. We have made real progress in every one of those areas. We have moved forward, we have made change, and we have done it together. Recently, you heard that I traveled with members of my leadership team to Detroit, Michigan. And let me stop there real quick. Because, no matter what you do, there's a good side and a bad side, right? So I'm in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not a flyer. I don't like to go. I don't like to fly and flown in 25 years. But my birthday was on January 5th. So I'm reading social media. Councilman, you ain't gonna believe it. I'm reading social media. I said, look at this mayor, wasting taxpayers' money, going on his birthday on vacation to Detroit. Let me tell you this, I like Detroit. I learned a lot. But if I'm going to vacation, I'd much rather be in Brule. I'm just going to tell you. It was 20 degrees and snow. But anyway, Detroit is a beautiful city. It's a remarkable story of revitalization, particularly in blight and municipal finance. But some did ask, why Detroit? I asked that same question at first. 12 years ago, Detroit filed for bankruptcy. They faced high crime, widespread blight, homeless population that was out of control, and a shrinking economy. Some of that sounds familiar. Today, Detroit is a different city. Over 49,000 blighted properties have been removed. Crime is at its lowest level since the 1960s. Billions of dollars have been invested and tens of thousands of jobs have been created. That is why I went to Detroit, to see how the impossible became possible. And what I saw confirmed this. If they can do it, so can we. We are in a better position than they were when they started. The challenges may be similar, but our future is bright. The state of our city is good. It is strong, and it is moving forward. Are we finished? No, we're just getting started. It's only the first quarter. The final score has not been decided, but we have laid a strong foundation. 1 year ago, you took a chance on me. You saw leadership, you saw a love for the people, all the people. I've got to say that every time I talk, all the people, and a love for Baton Rouge. Together, we have begun this journey. I ask for your support and your prayers as we continue it. A little bit about me in terms of the leadership style. I am a different person today than I was a year ago. I have learned so much. I don't have a lot of individual personal skills, but one of them is listening. Now, I listen. I've listened to a lot of people in this room. That don't mean I acted on it, but I listen intently. And let me tell you where that comes from and how I'm built. I knew politics were dirty, but I didn't know at the level it could be. I mean, it don't matter what you do. Somebody's chopping it up. But I always try to listen. And let me tell you where I got it from. And I'm built for it. Because, I'm telling you, something may go in the news or something's in the media or they're saying something, and I go to the grocery store and I get people come up to me and they're like, Coach, are you okay? You good? I think I'm built for it. Because every Friday night for 40 years, I either won or lost. But I dusted myself off within 24 hours and got back at it. That's who I am. And the listening part. They mentioned my children and my grandchildren. I appreciate that. I have 2 autistic sons, as many of you know. The youngest is Jack Ryan. He's 25 years old. That's my baby. He'll be, when I get home late at night from City Hall, he's in the window looking. He's waiting for Daddy to come home. Santa still comes to my house. The Easter Bunny still comes to my house. He's nonverbal. He can't talk. Hasn't been able to talk his whole life. Now, I understand him. His name's Jack. Jack Ryan, and I say he speaks Jackanese because I'm the only one that could kind of understand him a little bit. Chief knows this story. I've told it before. Whenever we get to the pearly gates, and I hope I'm there before him, I can't wait to talk to him. I haven't been able yet. And I say that I take on the philosophy when I'm leading, that when I'm listening to you and I'm listening to my citizens, it's Jack Ryan talking to me. And if with that premise, with that belief system, it helps me roll. Those boys made me tougher. They made me smarter. And there's no shade that could be thrown on me that put me in the darkness. Because God already, the path he put me on, I'm just built for it. I really am. There's a lot of good news in Baton Rouge, and y'all know it. Sometimes you get the bad stuff, but look around. We talked about some of the things we're doing. I promise you this, and I mean, any coach will tell you this, we're better than we were a year ago.